Hey, it's Cryptid, and I want to talk about Art Fight. For anyone who doesn't know, Art Fight is a yearly event in July where artists join one of two teams and then draw or make other kinds of art, which they call attacks, of each other's OCs to earn points for their team. And the team with the most points at the end of the month wins. You get more points for attacking the opposing team, but there's not actually anything stopping you from attacking your own team. And at least in my experience, nobody really cares about winning, so it seems like everyone just does attacks for whoever they want, regardless of teams. There are plenty of other videos that give a much more comprehensive description of Art Fight, and I recommend searching them out if it sounds at all interesting to you, but today I'm just here to talk about my experience. I ended up doing a total of 8 attacks, which feels like not a lot, but considering I immediately got sick for the first week, and then had cramps for like 3 or 4 days, and then a killer case of art block for like another week, and did a whole lot of nothing for all of that time, I think I did okay. I'm going to be playing speed paints of all of them in the background, but I will show off all of them at the end. This year was my first time taking part in Art Fight. I've been waiting a full year for this, since I found out about it in the last week of July last year, and I loved it. I thought it was so fun, it was totally worth the wait. Especially since there's been so much talk and so much stress about AI art lately. Seeing a ton of artists get together and just have fun making art for each other brings me so much joy and hope for the future. Like for art as an art form rather than art as content. Because yeah, AI can churn out a gajillion pictures all day, every day, but it's never going to give anyone this feeling. It's never going to give the feeling of knowing that someone put in effort and took time out of their day to make something for somebody else just because they really wanted to. They looked at somebody's OC and went, wow, that's super cool, and then made art about it. I also really liked that I felt like Art Fight helped me get out of my comfort zone a little bit. Not a lot, obviously. I still exclusively chose to draw cute girls, but for pretty much all of them, their designs aren't something that I would have come up with on my own, so they all felt more interesting and unique. But before I show you what I made, I want to show off some of the things that people made for me. You might be thinking, but Cryptid, why not show off all of the stuff people made for you? And the answer to that is that I am a fool, and I kept forgetting to ask people if I could use their art for the video. Like I remembered to ask about the stuff that I made, because I had to fill out the description for all my attacks, but when other people made stuff for me, my brain immediately turned off and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool, thank you so much! And then immediately forgot that I should probably ask if they're cool with me using it for a video, because I'm, you know, a YouTuber. I do feel very silly about it, but whatever, it's my first year, I was still figuring out the site and that kind of thing, I'll do better next year. However, I linked the defense page of my Art Fight profile in the description, which is the page where you can see all of everybody else's art. So you can and should go and look through all of those. They're all so wonderful and I love them so much. Also, I would like to be clear, if you're one of the artists whose art I'm showing, first of all, thank you. And second of all, I know I asked, but just in case I misinterpreted your answer, or if you've changed your mind since then and you don't want your art in the video, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll figure out how to cut that clip out, no hard feelings. But now that that's out of the way, let's show off some art. I'm gonna try and do these in chronological order, so the first up is this one from Rat. This was the very first attack I received. They drew my character Odette, and it made me so excited. The character is posed so beautifully, I love the lineless style, and I think they did a wonderful job making sure that parts of the art that are the same or a similar color have enough contrast in between. The next one is from Edge Goldie. They also drew Odette. I especially love the background on this piece, even more so because I struggle to draw backgrounds. I think the details of the swan shape effect behind her and the reflection of the stars in the lake water are so impressive. And this one is from Maple Mart. They drew my character Candy, and my god, the coloring on this one is everything to me. The way they use halftones and super bold colors is a skill that I hope to achieve in my own art. And I think that the colors being extra bright give it a kind of chaotic vibe that works really well for this character. Thank you so much to everyone who drew for me, whether it's in the video or not. All of them made me so happy, and I'm so grateful for every single one of them. Now let's go through my attacks. The very first attack I drew was Bear Yori's OC, Oiru. She was the first character that I ever bookmarked. She caught my eye because, obviously, she's bright pink, and I thought her drippy hands were really unique. My next attack was Ratley's OC, Taiga. I thought her fire hair was so cool, along with the winged ears, and I haven't really ever tried to draw fire before, so I decided to learn just for this drawing. It took several tries, but I'm really proud of how her hair turned out. Next up was Edge Goldie's OC, Bubble Drop. I love her super pastel color palette, and when I saw her giant bubble wand and the big bow on her back, I thought she was giving kind of a magical girl-esque vibe, so I decided to pose her like one, and I got really excited to try drawing those big bubbles. Next I did Lemon Lacy's OC, Kestrel. I decided to try drawing her because I don't draw sexy characters very often. and I'm a sucker for basically any hot vampire character. My only regret with this one is that I didn't think to have her smile with her teeth showing, so that I could show her fangs to make the fact that she's a vampire more clear. Next is Zaber Suzume's OC, Cardi. I love anything fairy tale themed, so I was specifically on the lookout for fairy tale themed characters, and I really loved that she's obviously Little Red Riding Hood, but she's also got a wolf motif throughout her outfit. That's adorable. So I decided to give her little paw print shaped eye shines. The next character is Alyssa Wonderwood, Sierra Kiss's OC. Another fairy tale girl. This one is very much in my comfort zone. I saw her, I loved her design, and I knew I was gonna have a good time drawing all the bows and frills in her super long hair. And the Alice in Wonderland aesthetic is always just so good. Then there's Maple Mart's OC, Anne. She's super cute. I love her little star hair clip with the face on it, and I loved doing the swirls on the fingertips. I used to do that a lot, but it's been a while since I drew a character with their hands in the camera. Also, since she's supposed to be a kid turning into an alien, I wish I would have thought to give her star-shaped eye shines. And last but not least is Bishop, who is Shrimplet's OC. I love Splatoon and I love clowns, so when I saw this character, I knew I had to draw her. I also really like drawing Inkling here and getting to give it those really big round shines, since it's all one piece. I really like how her tentacle pigtails turned out. And that's it. All in all, I had a blast doing Art Fight this year. I'll definitely be doing it again next year, and I highly recommend you joining in if you have any desire to do art of any kind. Thanks again to everyone who drew for me, whether in the video or not, and everyone who let me use what I drew for them in this video. I've left links in the description to the preferred social media of each of the artists that got mentioned in this video, and I highly recommend following them if you like their character designs or art styles. I still don't understand how to end a YouTube video, so I'm just gonna call it here. Bye!